Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards, The Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Stacy DeMarco, yes. Okay. I called her Stephanie a couple times. I don't know why. But I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly. What is this, like trick-or-treat season? What's going on? We got hidden things going on all over the place. Sagittarius. What's going on with this? Okay, let's find out. Probably not going to be bad. Your card is showing up on your side, so you might be in your element on this one. Your sign doesn't start till like halfway through, the end of November, right? So I don't think we're there yet. Not that it matters whenever this time is coming, but like your card is showing up. It makes me wonder. Starting off with this, you're feeling very comfortable, but you're keeping that very low key. Kind of like all is good, everything seems calm, whatever the subject matter is. Like it may not be your whole life, granted, I understand that. But like for example, if it's work or home or maybe a certain friendship that's a little bit dodgy once in a while, currently or at the time we're starting this is when it's kind of like and it's even keel, like there's no problems, you're comfortable, it's fine, you're comfortable, like, but you're keeping it to yourself because this is at the back of it, kind of like, yeah, things are good, things are fine enough, but I'm not going to go tooting a horn about it because I feel like that's asking for problems and I don't want to get anybody's attention. So I'm enjoying it, it's good enough, cool, I'm going to keep that to myself. Somebody's distracted. Somebody is distracted. I'm getting that. The Seven of Cups is like, I feel like one of the reasons things are good for you at this moment, whenever this is because whoever this is doing other things. Maybe bothering other people. Because I feel like it might be somebody or something that's like difficult. Either it's a family member, co-worker, or a friendship. Like again, if it was a friendship, it's like they're usually a little bit dodgy. That's just what they do. And they're just being dodgy with somebody else. I feel like no matter what this is, it's like this is a person that you normally have to keep your eye on, that you tend to have problems a little bit here and there, now and then, sooner or later. But I get that they're bothering somebody else. I'm really getting that. And you're just not on their priority list of people to mess with at the moment. I don't think that if this is hitting, you're not at all surprised by that. I don't think you're surprised by that at least. Because I feel like they're all excited about something else. They also have this rule thing going on. This rule thing I don't really care for. Because when I'm feeling this rule thing, and I know that this usually talks about Taurus, but I don't think it has anything to do with a Taurus person, just to be fair. I don't. I do think it talks about somebody having weird rules. Kind of like, this reminds me of somebody popping up in my head, like they think they're owed this, or this is their right, like they should have this, like, almost like, I had to put up with that for so many years, so now it's only fair that I can do that to somebody else. Now it's time for somebody else to put up with me doing it for so many years. Like, it's weird. I think it's a very outdated, old-fashioned, toxic behavior. When people like grow up like, oh, I did put in the school of hard knocks and I got abused all that time. Now it's my turn to be the abuser. Like it's literally that's what they're doing, but they don't see it that way. And it's kind of like, no, that's really outdated and that's toxic. That's not okay. Like when people start off in a company and they get all the crap dumped on them, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that's not really fair. But the people who then made it to the top, they're like, yeah, but I had to go through that, so it's only fair somebody else should go out through that. It's kind of like, no, that's outdated and toxic. We're not doing that anymore. But they feel very vindicated, like, no, that's how I had to do it, so it's not fair that I don't get my chance to dump on somebody. Well, it wasn't fair you got dumped on to begin with, but you can't keep perpetuating that pattern. Sorry, we're not allowing that anymore. Keep going on about that, I noticed. But it might be some rule like that. That energy is very prevalent there. It's kind of like this, it's a weird, outdated, toxic behavior. Not okay. You know what I mean? Just because you were treated badly doesn't give you the right to treat somebody else badly. We're not going to keep going. That's called a bad cycle. It's a negative cycle. It's a negative cycle. Like, what else you're going to call it? Whatever you want. You have the Star card coming in. I like this, but where are we going with it? If this hasn't happened yet, I feel like this will happen, where you're kind of like, you know what? Things are going well with so-and-so, whatever arena that is. And you're very comfortable. And you're kind of like, all of a sudden you have this sitting duck feeling. Kind of like, I feel like I'm just asking for it, just kind of calmly sitting here and not doing anything. So maybe if I move forward and start moving, I think if I just start off and just go where I want to go, it's kind of like the duck says, you know what, sitting in this pond, it's a little too quiet, it's starting to creep me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off and I'm going to fly over that place, because that's a little bit more, that's more to my liking, and that's a little bit more sheltered. I feel like I'm more protected there. So at least if people come towards me, I'll be able to see them, and I'll have my escape route if I need it. The Star card is optimism. That's how I usually read it, but I'm also, sometimes, lately, I get a lot of Aquarian energy with it. It is the card for Aquarius, I believe. A lot of intellect and a lot of thinking things through and moving forward before your time is up. Like, moving forward while things are still going. Going while the going is good. Get going while the going is good, that type of thing. Because I feel you moving forward with the Chariot and making a very strong movement forward. This does connect to Cancer, but I'm not feeling anything about Cancer with it right now, just to be fair. Like, at least the way I read it, doesn't always talk about Cancer, but for some reason the smarts of Aquarius are coming through on your side really good. So it's kind of like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to sit here and just wait. I think I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to change. I'm going to start moving things forward on my own. You seem to be moving forward, kind of like, I know this energy, this person is a problem sooner or later. Why sit around here and wait? And just wait for them to have the control and wait for them to decide when things are going to be an issue. I'm going to actually move forward and start doing what I want. They're probably going to squawk up about that. They were going to squawk up sooner or later anyway, so I might as well be going in the direction I want to before that even happens. So I might as well move this to my advantage. I don't want to just sit here and wait for them to be a problem. I'm going to go towards what I want. If they squawk, they were going to squawk sooner or later anyway, so I'm going to do what I want. I'm not just going to sit here and wait. This is where your card goes in your favor. Temperance is kind of like you've already set your course, you're starting to do, you're taking your time, you're getting things done, you just keep going. Things are good for you. Things are going well at this point. What? I think we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Ooh, you're upsetting the rules. Oh, they're not going to like that. You're upsetting their rules. When you do this and you don't wait for their next move, they don't know what to do with that. I don't see them reacting right away. With the Princess of Pentacles reversed, I just see them kind of like standing back and watching. Like, this is the lack of action. Kind of like they're just kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the werewolf reversed, literally, like, they don't like what they're seeing and they're upset about it, but I'm getting lack of action again. Like, the werewolf right side up is like the changing or going in or being taken over by circumstances and having an emotional reaction sometimes. At least that's the way I read it. Exploring wildness, whatever. But reversed, I feel like it's just kind of like they're stunned and they're just kind of like, what are you doing, Sagittarius? Like this isn't a part of my plan. I didn't move forward. You can't move forward until I move forward. Who said you could make your own decisions in life? It's almost like that's how they're reacting. Like, what? You're taking control of your own life? What? How? Who? What? Like, they're literally, like, they're out that whole energy about it. Like, I can't believe the nerve. You're trying to make your own life good? You're trying to be happy in your own life? How dare you? How dare you enjoy your life? I swear it feels like that. It's that comical to me. And you are stabilizing and moving forward. You are not looking back. You're kind of like, yep, that one's going to be a problem. I'm just going to keep going. And they'll catch up and squawk at me like they normally do. But for now, I'm going. I'm doing. I'm not waiting. I'm not going to worry about it. They have a problem, well, they'll have to approach me about it because I'm not approaching them about it. Moving on. I'm continuing forward. And you're doing really well. All right, so you're doing good. You got the ancestors tree here on your side. I feel like you're feeling pretty good about this. I feel like you're feeling, there we go. I think you're feeling pretty good about this. But it's also kind of like you're waiting for it. I feel like with this coming in, you're like, I know what this is. I know how this goes. It's almost like watching a kid, and you're like, you're looking at like how they are growing up, and you're seeing like their face structure and their body structure, and you're just kind of like, you look just like Aunt so-and-so. And Aunt so-and-so had these medical problems and those medical problems. And I'm wondering if you're going to have the same. And you're like, this is how you're looking at that. Like, I see what this is. This looks like it's almost time for this person to squawk up at me. I haven't done it yet. Doesn't mean they will, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. What do you got here? They're going along with you at first? Okay. We got 3 more cards at the end that they're all face down. So I don't know exactly where this is going just yet. But they're going along with you. Trick or treat, though. That's the question. Are they going to continue going your way? It's like they're trying to follow your lead at first. It's a temporary moment. Let's keep going. Because I feel like they're just kind of going along with you. And you're like, okay, how long is this going to last? You're not trusting it. What do we have for the last 3 cards? They're going to have to... See, they're going along with you, but they found something that they like. They've got the Ace of Swords here. Now, on your side, you have the... I feel like it's kind of like the Page of Swords. It could, but the Princess is very interesting in this deck. Because I feel like she uses both Page and Knight energy. I don't see her as just a complacent follower. I just don't. I see her going, like, choosing, like, in this situation, does it serve me more to move forward or to just kind of absorb what I'm observing? At this point, do I want to just absorb or do I want to be active? And I feel like your energy is the same at this point. Kind of like, all right, let me just evaluate what's coming at me from this person because they're giving a lot of information. They're showing what they want. Apparently, they like the direction I'm going in and they want to join in. But I got to be careful here to make sure I keep it on plan. So I got to, like, observe when it's best to observe and act when it's best to act. And you have to keep kind of volleying it back and forth with yourself. You don't volley back and forth with them as much. It's kind of like, what are they doing? And you think to yourself, is that good or not good for where I'm going? Is it good? I'm leaving it alone. It's not quite on point, but it's good enough. Is it way off? Then I need to do something about it. And you keep going back and forth with that. They're going to easily tell you what they want. All you need to do is kind of like keep it close enough to what they want to where you don't get derailed, and I think you're going to be fine. The new dawn is here, which is telling me it's going to, when they have committed to it or connected to it, when they've connected to it, it's going to really start going forward with a lot more momentum. This is something where I feel like this person might keep it going for a while. This may go on for a long while. This is not an ally. Just keep yourself in that mindset. This is not an ally. Because I feel like they might be very easy to get along with for a while. And I'm suspicious of that. Not in the sense of like this situation, because I feel like they might be easy to get along with for a while this situation is going. But don't get too comfortable with that. This is not an ally. This is a person who this is going the way they think it's they like what they're getting out of it. They like their return. They like what they're getting out of it. They're easy to get along with for you as long as things go their way. Keep that in mind. Because I feel like you might get a little sidetracked every now and then and be like, hey, we're getting along now. Maybe the past is the past. No. Nope. It's just they're getting what they want. Always remember that. I'm not saying you want to set this person up or have problems or no. I'm just saying keep it in that rational perspective. Don't overly trust this energy because I feel like it might go on for a while. And you might be like, hey, maybe the past is the past. Maybe bygones are bygones. I feel like Sagittarian likes to be more optimistic. I do feel like that's a good thing. I feel like you have a very positive energy, which is cool, but just let's keep it in reality. This person is not your ally, and I keep feeling that. Like, be optimistic, be good, Have a good time with it. Be hopeful. Being hopeful is good, but see it for what it really is. This person is not your ally. I just feel like that's what they're just saying. Like, yes, enjoy it for this one. Enjoy it for how it's going for this time. But just realize, like, sooner or later, this person is not your ally. I don't know. That's all I have for that. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.